Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here bringing you the video of Indium software SQL coding interview questions. So recently I had attended the interview for Indium software for the position of data analyst, wherein I had qualified for two rounds. The first round mainly had two SQL coding questions, including one Python question along with all the self-introduction, project explanation, and technical knowledge questions. So today I'll be sharing with you the complete SQL query that I was asked to write, including the data and the complete solution. So this is a pretty useful resource for those who are practicing the SQL coding questions. So without further ado, let's get started. So guys, here is the first question. Which says write SQL query to find number of overlapping festivals. So basically this was the data given. This is the festivals table with festival name, start date and end date columns, and we need to find the festival which falls in between the other festival. So this was basically the question asked, and let's hop on to the solution. So I have created the same table over here and inserted the same data. So let's just check for the table once. Yep. So this is our table, and to find the overlapping festivals, the main thing, the concept over here in the solution is how do we compare the start date and end date, right? So we have to compare the start date and end date to find the festivals that are overlapping. For that, the main concept is self join, and here we are using two instances of festivals table, which is F1 and F2. We are self joining, and this is the condition wherein we are self joining one festival with other two festivals, like Dashera is joined with Ramadan and Diwali. So this is how these are the result of join, and we need the overlapping festivals, which means the start date of one should be less than the end date of other, and end date should be greater than start date. So let's execute this. So the this is the one, and basically I was asked to, I'll just show you, and I was asked to tell the count of festivals which are running on a particular start date. So on 10th there was one festival, and on 1/10/23, and on 21/10/23 there were two festivals ongoing, and on 29/10/23 there were three festivals. So for this, the query goes as we are this is also the self join, and where start date is between the start date of the other festivals, and we are grouping by the start date, and we are trying to find the count of festivals that are ongoing on a particular start date. So this was the desired format that was asked of the output, and this is the query for that. So basic concept here was self join. All right, the second question was to write the SQL query to find restaurants active for 3 consecutive months. So here we are having the restaurant table where we have four restaurants, namely ABCD, and then we have their active date and we have their sales data, and we need to find the restaurants which are active for 3 consecutive months. So hopping on to the solution. Yep, so I'll discuss with you the complete solution, and I've created the table with the same data. Yes, so we have the same table, and now let's hop on to, okay, see, first I'll tell you my approach, and then what exactly was the correct solution that I later figured out. So let's hide this results. Yeah, so hope now it is clear. So here we are seeing, so first what was my idea was we need to find the three different uh, we need to find the restaurants active for 3 consecutive months. So my approach to this was to take the lead function, and since we already have the active date, I wanted to take the next row of active date, and then see the date difference, which is equals to 1, and the date difference of the second next row and between the active date should be equal to 2. I mean the month number difference. So this was my idea for this, but and we are grouping by the restaurant. So let's just run and see what's the mistake in here. So the thing is, because we learn from errors, window functions can only appear in select or order by clauses, and here we are trying to use in where, and this is false. So coming the ideology, the basic concept is the same, but the correct concept here, I mean the correct approach here would be to use the active months, that is the CTE. So first we are using in the select clause the lead function in a CTE, and so let's see what CTE we are selecting: restaurant, active, and lead over, and we are partitioning by restaurant, ordered by active, and we are creating two columns with this lead window function as next month 1, next month 2, and our result set from CTE would look something like this. See, we are partitioning by restaurant. So here we are for this particular active date, the next month 1 and next month 2. So this would be the next leading row, and this would be the next leading row, and we are writing this as column, and this would reflect in our CTE. So now coming to the select clause below our CTE. Yeah, so this was our CTE, and coming to the select clause, here we are using the same CTE from active months, and here we are using the dative function, which is same, that is from active and the next month the month difference should be 1, and month difference showing 2 from active and the second leading row. So now let's execute this and see. Yes, so we got the restaurants A, C, and D. Now let's go back and check in our data. Yes, so in the data, if we check, A is active for the third month and fourth month and fifth month, and coming to C, it is active for the first month, second month, third month, and D is active for second month, second month, third month, and fourth month. So this is how we are getting the completely correct answer in SQL, and this is also reflected. Let me just show you once in our active months data set. C. So A is third month, fourth month, fifth month. C is first month, second month, third month, 3 consecutive months, and D is also the second month, third month, and fourth month. All right, hopping on to the next question. So till now we have seen one question on self join, one question on CTE from SQL, and the third question is of Python. And the question was a simple one, and it was that given a list of numbers, you need to return a new list wherein the even numbers are squared and the odd numbers are cubed. So this was the question, and I was asked to write a function for this. So let me just explain the function that I had written, the solution. So I had defined f of array. So this is the array passed into it, that is the list passed into it, and I have taken a blank array NL, and for each element of array we need to first segregate the even numbers and odd numbers, and so we have an if else logic, and then going by the question, even numbers should be squared and odd numbers cubed. So if it is the I percentile 2, this is a modulo, so this remainder is 2, this is an remainder is 0, which means this is an even number, and for that we need to do the I into I, that is I square, this is being squared, and else what we are doing is we are doing the cube. So for this I use the POW function, and this is the power function, and I'm just taking the NL list and appending the squared number, and in else case I'm appending the cube number, and we are returning the NL list. So this was the thing, and if I was also asked the next question that how do you give the list, so how do you take the input? So for that I just wanted to give the, I'm listing the input and enter the numbers, and when the numbers are entered, this is converted to list, and we also have n is equals to list input and dot split also, that is one more. So these were the 3 questions, and stay tuned. I would be uploading the questions of round 2, the solved questions, and they're going to be very interesting. So thank you for watching the video, and have a nice day.